What's up, COD Nation? This is Graybeard Gamer. Today we're going to learn how to play Domination on the map Breach. This is going to enable you to take the B flag by yourself at the start of both halves and throughout the match, which is going to allow you to earn all of your kill streaks, as you'll see later in the match. If you look at my class, I'm running the Cuda with the Elo sight, extended mags, fast mags, 2 trip mines, flak jacket, scavenger, and tac mask. Before we get going, guys, make sure you hit that like button and you subscribe to my channel. It's very important and I appreciate it very much. As you can see, as soon as the match starts, guys, I'm heading towards the B flag. I can cap it by myself. I can start earning points immediately. The 50-point flag, the A flag at where we were at, that's great, but it's 50 points. I can get the B flag, give my team an advantage, and get 200 points to start. Now, what you see me doing right here is I'm trying to figure out where the enemy's at, because a lot of times they'll come from the ramp area behind me, or they'll flank around the building here. So I'm just trying to figure out where they're at. Once the B flag is captured, then I want to go just like we talked about in our last video. I want to try to flank. The reason you see me reverse field here is because somebody has capped our A flag, so we got to take it back over, which is actually good for me because it gives me 200 additional points with little risk that the enemy is going to take me down right here. So I've already earned my hardened sentry, which is good. But again, now I want to get back and I want to try to flank the enemy. But up here, I make a critical mistake. I'm looking at the mini map and I see that there's an enemy coming around, so I'm looking for him. And instead of taking cover and watching the mini map closer, I would have saw more people coming. I stand in the open, I miss my shot, and I get taken out. Right here is not a very good placement for your sentry in Domination, usually on top of the building at B, and I'll set it up there in just a minute. But the entire map, you're going to see me try to flank around or cap B by myself and just continue to put pressure on the enemy. You don't have to be great at gunfights. Right here, I got a little campy and got what I deserve. You shouldn't sit there behind that box. It's horrible. But constantly trying to put pressure on the enemy. It flips the spawns quite a bit, and that's going to happen. But if you constantly put pressure on them, they're not thinking so much about capturing the flag, and they're thinking a whole lot about trying to survive. My aim is terrible here, forgive me. And the reason why I'm running scavenger is because it enables me to continuously have oh, that's an epic fail, the trip mines. I can continuously have them. I just run over a pack and pick up a trip mine. So here they flipped over and they've taken the C flag again, so I just flip around my hardened sentry and it starts picking up kills almost immediately. So I'm booby trapping, for lack of a better term, the B flag, so if anybody does try to take it, hopefully I get a kill out of it. Here I see an enemy. It's a tough shot to make. I see another one coming, so I immediately take cover. If you got to know when to stay in the fight to get your kill and when not to. There's an enemy coming at me. I knew I might get the other kill, but I would die, so it's better to take cover. Coming around here, I don't know what happened to the other guy, but I'm able to take this fella out. And just again trying to keep pressure on the enemy, flanking around. Don't run directly at them, just try to flank around. Also, when you're running this class, when you're doing this on Breach, you're using this class, make sure that you're using the war machine, the battery war machine, because as you're going to see here in a minute, it's going to make a huge difference, and it's going to enable us to hang on to the flags and capture flags, as you'll see later on. See, continuously flanking. They don't know where I'm at or where I'm coming from. They did not expect me to be there. I kind of killed myself here, which was kind of stupid, but we still kept the B flag, which ultimately you want to get the win. You know, everybody wants to have a nice KD, and you're able to as you practice these methods that we've talked about in our tip videos, but the main thing is to get the win. I'll sacrifice and go even and maybe 1 or 2 under if I can get the win. So as you can see here, I'm kind of getting a little more little campy here too, and I get shot in the back. You can't stop. You can't do that. That's a horrible thing to do. Don't get cautious. If you hesitate, you lose. You got to keep moving forward, keep putting pressure on the enemy. But instead of using the mini map and trying to identify where the enemy was, I was fixated with the trip mines. Here again, I should have cleared that building and didn't clear the building, and I get shot in the back. Always clear the building. Always make sure that you know where the enemy is at, just like we talked about in our last tip video. Identify where the enemy is. Here, just trapping B again. Want to set up traps here because I want to make sure that we can hang on to it. It's halftime. I'm having a decent match, but if you look at my captures and my defense, I'm doing pretty well. And that's where your XP comes from in domination. You get lots of XP for captures and defends, and if you're capturing a flag and you're able to kill a few people, like you'll see me do later on, you get a lot of XP, and it's easy to earn your kill streaks. Excuse me. In my opinion, domination is the easiest way to earn kill streaks, if you do it effectively. As you can see here, I'm headed, start the second half, I'm headed right for the B flag. The same principle as before. Throw out a couple of trip mines and get on the ground. Guy comes in, he doesn't see me. I'm able to take him out. 200 points for that, 200 points for the capture. I'm at 400 points already. So I'm 50 points for my UAV at this point. Now I see them blow up my trip mine, and I realize, hey, it's time to get out of here because I have no defense. And I happen to step back and see that guy who should have killed me, but I was able to take him out. But his buddy killed me when I stepped out in the open. Always stay behind cover, just like we talked about in our last video. As you can see, now I'm back to trying to flank them. I want to get back behind them. They're trying to take the B flag. I want to get behind them. I want to surprise them. You're going to get more kills surprising people than you will heading straight at them. Unfortunately, I was a little late, and the guy killed me with the stupid, I don't know, I can't remember what the hell that thing's called, with the blade. He killed me with the blade from that specialist. Anyway, so again, I'm heading back around, and I want to make sure that I can't get flanked, so I'm throwing those out there. Now, I see my teammates are taking the B flag, so I'm not going to get greedy. I'm just going to try to provide them cover so that I can make sure that they get it. Now that we got it, swing back around. Again, make sure I throw another one down, because if somebody has flak jacket, that second one will take them out. And now just continue to put pressure on the enemy. Just want to continue to put pressure on them, pressure them. I think I get killed right here, and I'm not really sure how, right from this person, because I had them dead to rights, but they got me either way. But it's back to putting pressure on the enemy. Now teammates have wraps. These are a bunch of randoms too. I don't usually run in parties, so I always play individual or solo. With this guy, I'm not really sure, one, how I missed him, two, how he didn't get blown up by those, and three, how he did not know I was behind him trying to shoot him. But he didn't, so it worked out for me. Now I see that they flipped and they've taken the C flag, so I'm trying to put more pressure on them and keep them away from the B flag, or keep their attention drawn away from the B flag, so we can continue to win. And as you can see, our lead is widening. So it's getting to the point now where if they don't do something pretty soon, they would have to trip cap to end the match in order to win. Now, I clear this building. I remember that he shot me in the ass last time, so I cleared the building. I see this jack wagon, who I believe is the guy who shot me in the back last time, and they start spawning on top of me. If you'll notice, behind that little air conditioner unit back there, they start to spawn. So I'm able to get a UAV. I should have killed that guy. That was my fault. But now I have my war machine. So what you're about to see me do with the war machine is I'm going to utilize that to capture the C flag. I think they're still spawning back here, I believe. So I throw out a trip mine just in case anybody wants around that corner. I miss this guy. Throw another trip mine in case somebody wants to come down the stairs. And I switch immediately to my war machine. Now they start spawning back there, so I'm just randomly shooting, but getting tons of points while I'm capturing this flag. So at this point, I'm almost to my kill streaks, and you know, I got a UAV. I'm 50 points for my hardened sentry, I think. And I'm feeling pretty good, because I know if I'm cautious and if I'm smart, I'm going to get my kill streaks. Here I got really lucky because a teammate had that enemy preoccupied. Here I win the gunfight, got pretty lucky on that, and I set up the sentry to cut off that flank route against us. Now I throw out the Cerberus, I really wanted to get this guy, but I was a little late. I hesitated a little bit. Hesitation kills in this match, or in this game. So, and now I'm just calling out the Cerebus. I think I was going to try to pull it up, but it gave me the Hardened Sentry instead. I wish they would do something where you'd have an option. And there may be, I just don't know about it. But so at this point, I'm just capturing the B flag using the same method we talked about, using those trip mines and watching the door, and check the score real quick. Head out. Wish I'd have got that guy. And I get a little bit too brave here. I kill one enemy. I jump up using my Microsoft Elite controller and ran right into their spawn and got shot. I kind of deserve that. And as you can see, guys, the match is over. We won. My name is Graybeard Gamer, and I am out.